po vašem zahtjevu su avioni NATO pakta bombardovani? Čiji su avioni bili? Holandski?
By your request, NATO planes bombed our disposition. Which planes have been bombed?
No, I think General Maris do not understand well. I'm not the person who requested it in a specific phase that the force commander will have those means available. And during the situation, as the situation occurred in the enclave, he will decide.
Na osnovu procjene situacije koja je postala u glavi podati odlučenje.
And that request they have considered after a long time. And the only thing I do is, let's say, put the information through Sector Northeast and Tuzla to the H Command, what's going on in the enclave. Not only military-wise, but also for the population, because that is one of my tasks as well, the humanitarian side of the enclave, the population.
And the civil and the other matters. You command all personnel of the United Nations in the Nepal. On je predstavnik svih strana UNPROFOR-a unutra, i civilni i vojni.
Jesu po vašem naređenju snage UNPROFOR-a dejstvovale danas u ranu Srebrenice protiv vojske?
By your request, your airplanes attack our.
Now I explain again, the request is not coming from a battalion. The request is that has been ordered, and General Maris, I think, knows how that works through the United Nations in New York.
Znate, nije poslato od mene, nego od glavnog
Vaše snage, mirovne snage,
Your peacekeepers
u Srebrenici,
your peacekeepers
otvarali su vatru
in the area of Srebrenica,
po vojnim jedinicama. Da li je to urađeno po vašem naređenju?
On our units did that work by you.
Odakle se roditi? Vodi pitaju ga jer su njegove snage danas po njegovom naređenju otvarale vatru na moje snage.
Did your troops today open fire at my forces according to your order?
Yes, they did, because I have to explain that. If I may. Everything what I'm doing in the enclave, military-wise, I ask for permission from Sector Northeast and the H Command. For opening fire or whatsoever. If I will be granted for that, according to the situation, and if troops, let's say the peacekeeping troops, will be shot by mortars and by tanks, then they will decide, and I will be granted to open fire if it's possible. And I gave orders in that sense that, and that's the way we do it. Shoot overhead.
Ako se na njih puca, u tom slučaju će dozvola biti odobrena, to je dozvola će biti data i tekam kontrola.
Those are the orders.
To su naređenja.
I'm, as a peacekeeper, not how you call it, forced
nekako bih rekao
to make casualties, to make casualties by shooting.
Nikada uvijek se tu da izbjegnu žrtve otvaraju vatre.
Only in one way, if I have to defend myself personally.
Jedino to radimo ponovno zaštitničko.
Znači vi ste naredili da vaši vojnici ubijaju vojnike i da avijacija NATO pakta, zahtevali ste da avijacija NATO pakta dejstvuje po mojim trupama.
So you gave an order that your soldiers shoot my soldiers and that NATO aviation air force bomb my troops and my positions.
No, not again. That's not decided by me. Not asking for. That's something what they offer. They make decisions on what I put on information from the bottom to, let's say, even to United Nations in New York.
Još jednom, ta odluka nije donesena. Tu odluku nisam donio ja, nego na osnovu informacije koje sam dao, tu su odluku donio više ispuniti.
Nemojte vi meni da fantazirate, gospodine Potkončić, odgovorite na moje pitanje. Jeste vi naredili da vaša vojska puca po moje vojsci?
Don't do the fantasy here, Colonel, and just simply tell me, did you give an order that your soldiers shoot at my soldiers?
I gave the order to defend themselves.
Dao sam naređenje da se brane.
That's
Od koga su se branili kad ih niko nije napadao?
Who were they defending from when nobody was attacking them?
I have been attacked by mortars and by tanks.
Bio sam na odluku.
Vi ste, gospodine Potkonče, bili dužni da u skladu sa sporazumom od aprila i maja 1993. godine razoružate muslimane u Srebrenici.
You were due, according to the contracts, to disarm Muslims into Srebrenica.
A vi ste ih naoružavali,
But
s njima švercovali i pripremali za borbu protiv Srba.
gave weapons to them, smuggled with them, and prepared them for fighting against
I još ste izdali danas naređenje vašim trupama da tuku po mojim vojnicima.
Plus you gave the order today to your troops to shoot at my troops.
Da čujem šta želite.
Let me, I will hear you.
Sir, if I may say so,
Ako mogu reći tako, gospodine.
I've been asked by the BIH within the enclave
Tražili su od mene snage BiH iz enklave
8 times during the last month
8 puta u toku prošlog mjeseca
to give the weapons in the weapon collection point.
da im dam oružje iz tačke.
Koliko ste imali na toj tački oružja?
How many weapons were there at the collection point?
Do you know?
Few tanks,
There are two battle tanks,
Dva borbena tenka,
couple of small arms.
a couple of mortars,
nekoliko minobacača
and approximately 300 rifles.
i približno 300 pušaka.
I rejected that 8
To
times
sam odbio 8 puta.
because, in my opinion, I explained it to the people in the enclave,
Jer po mom mišljenju, a to sam objasnio i ljudima na enklavi,
won't serve the case for the population
to neće služiti svrsti zaštiti populacije i stanovništva.
because we try to, let's say, to have a status quo situation.
Jer mi smo pokušavali da održimo status quo situaciju.
And what we've done with the military authorities in the enclave
Što smo radili sa vojnim vlastima u enklavi,
is to collect the weapons which we have seen by patrolling in the beginning,
je bilo da prikupimo oružje koje smo uočili u toku patroliranja u početku.
and they have been collected in the weapon collection point.
I to je oružje prikupljeno na tački za prikupljeno oružje.
And I'm well aware
I veoma sam svjestan
that there are a lot of arms in the enclave,
da ima mnogo oružja u enklavi
and that they have been smuggled from outside the enclave.
i da je ono prošvercano izvan enklave.
I've put that many times in the information to the higher military authorities and echelons in Tuzla and
Tu sam
in
informaciju
Sarajevo,
dostavio više puta nadležnima na višem nivou u Tuzli i Sarajevu,
because as a Dutch vet with 200 soldiers on the OPs, you are not able to defend the enclave, you are not able to, how you call it, to close the enclave.
jer holandski bataljon sa 200 vojnika na smatračkim punktovima nije bio u stanju da zatvori enklavu.
Every person which was walking with a weapon inside the enclave,
Svaka osoba koja je hodala sa oružjem unutar enklave,
we collected those weapons.
sve smo to oružje odnosili.
Šta želite?
What do you want?
Traži se sastanak, da čujem.
I've
You
been
asked for meeting, let me
Yes.
hear what you wanted.
I had a talk with General Nikolai 2 hours ago,
Sa generalom Nikolajem sam razgovarao prije 2 sata.
and also with the national authorities.
Također, national authorities
Yes.
sa narodnim vlastima.
About the request
on behalf of the population.
O zahtjevu u ime populacije stanovništva.
It's a request
To je zahtjev,
because I'm not in the position to demand anything.
jer ja nisam u poziciji da bilo šta, to je više molba, jer nisam u poziciji da bilo šta tražim. Zahtjev.
The command in Sarajevo has said that the enclave has been lost.
Komandi u Sarajevu, komanda u Sarajevu je rekla da je enklava izgubljena.
And that I've been ordered by the command to
Od strane komande za BiH,
to take care of all the refugees.
da se pobrine za izbjeglice.
And there are now approximately 10,000 women and children within the compound of Podgari.
I u ovom trenutku u logoru Potočan imamo 10.000, približno 10.000 žena i djece.
And the request of BH command is to, let's say, to negotiate or ask for withdrawal of the battalion and withdrawal of those refugees, and if there are possibilities to assist that withdrawal.
I molba komande BiH, odnosno komande za Bosnu, je da se pregovara o uslovima da se ti ljudi izvuku.
There are some women who are able to speak English.
Ima nekoliko žena koje mogu da pričaju engleski.
And what I heard from all the soldiers who are now working to, let's say, to ease the pain for the population, a lot of people, a lot of persons, women said, we are waiting for the buses and can we leave the enclave.
I ono što sam čuo od mojih vojnika koji rade na tome da olakšaju sadašnju situaciju je da oni čekaju na autobuse da bi pustili glavu.
Because they are sick, they are tired, they are very scared.
Svega dosta umorni su, veoma su preplašeni.
And I've been asked by General Nikolai
I general Nikolaj je tražio mene
to ask for, let's say, a kind of humanitarian support.
da potražim recimo nekakvu
Like food and medicines,
kao lijekove i hranu.
because even in my battalion
Jer čak i moj bataljon
I don't have fuel, almost nothing fuel left and
gotovo da
food,
više nema goriva uopšte,
because of
ani hrane,
the rejection of all the
zbog odbijanja
clearances of last
svih
4 months.
dozvola u zadnja 4 mjeseca.
And we have been situated in a very poor situation last 4 months.
U zadnja 4 mjeseca smo dovedeni u prilično jadnu situaciju.
And that's why I was not able to do the military job as intended.
Od toga nisam bio u situaciji da sam vojnički zadatak obavljao.
That's why I put most of my effort in assisting
Zato sam većinu svojih napora usmjerio na pomaganje. Na pomaganje.
Dobro.
assisting the military for
Pušio.
yeah, normally I do smoke some. Normally I do smoke. And I smoked so much last
Zapali. Nije ti zadnja
I'm white. That is concerning the observation post, the OP.
To se tiče osmatračkih punktova.
That's a personal remark.
To je moja lična primjedba.
That I'd like to thank the Bosnian Serb military for treating the soldiers well.
Htio bih da se zahvalim srpskim vojnim vlastima na dobrom tretmanu mojih vojnika.
Ne treba. Hvala.
You don't need to thank.
Ovdje smo u hotelu.
They are here at the hotel.
Okay.
Samo ako nastavite da bombardujete, neće biti dugo.
But if you keep bombing, they won't spend a long time here.
That's
Znamo i mi da bombardujemo.
We can bomb also and we've got something to do.
Kako vi vidite razrešenje ove situacije?
How do you see the resolution of the situation here?
If I may say something about that,
Ako mogu nešto da kažem oko toga.
and it's not the maybe not the same as what they will say in Sarajevo.
To možda nije isto što će reći u Sarajevu.
because they're the policy makers.
Da ne stavljaju.
Oni su kreatori politike.
Is that, in my opinion, the enclaves will be ended,
Po mom mišljenju ovo je kraj plana.
and that for the sake of the population,
I zbog dobra stanovništva,
and not for the sake of the BIH,
a ne zbog dobra BiH,
I should assist the population as much as possible get out of the enclave to, I don't know where they like to go.
ja ću pomoći stanovništvu da izađe iz enklave onoliko koliko vam mogu do odredišta, ne znam koje doći.
I think most of them like to go to Tuzla. I've been there once 3 months ago.
Mislim da bi većina njih htjela da ide u Tuzlu, ja sam bio tamo prije 3
And
mjeseca.
in my opinion, they have a better way of living than what I've seen in the enclave.
Po mom mišljenju tamo će imati bolje uslove za život nego ovdje, prema onome što sam vidio u enklavi.
They're living in very miserable, way.
Oni žive na vrlo bijedan način, ako mogu tako da kažem.
And with the very small means I had in the battalion on medicines and food, we have assisted those people as much as I can. But that's one of my tasks, also as a
Sa
humanitarian.
ono malo sredstava koje smo imali u Hrvatskom bataljonu i pomagali smo u hrani, leku i na koliko.
Pomagali ste vi njima više nego što treba.
You assisted them more than you needed to.
I'm therefore assisted the civil population and not the military side.
Jeste, jeste. Svi ste vi da pomažete muslimanima i Hrvatima.
You are all here to help,
A
not
naš sebe ste izolovali, naročito onaj vaš Van de Broek.
isolated us, especially that guy of yours.
On je jedan od onih ljudi koji je uništio san i državu i nama i muslimanima.
He is one of those who destroyed our dream and our joint.
Bili smo mi, gospodine, srećna država i srećni narod.
Us and Muslims, because we were happy country,
I fino smo
happy
živjeli
populations, happy
i u
nation,
Srebrenici i ovdje.
and we had a very good life.
Sve dok nisu muslimani počeli da slušaju šta im kaže Van der Broek, Zimmerman i njihovi Kohl i slična
Until Muslims,
zapadna mafija.
until Muslims did.
Ja bio ispred opštine u Srebrenici,
At the moment when I was in front of
sa vašega punkta je gađano mitraljezom
municipality of Srebrenica,
i to sam uzeo da vam pokažem.
I took this to opportunity.
Vaše trupe su mene lično gađali.
Your troops opened fire and fired at me personally. On your,
I don't know, sir, I'm sorry that, but and if that is the case, I'd like to apologize for that as a human being and as a military.
U tom slučaju želio bih vam se izvinim i kao čovjek i kao vojnik.
Because normally we don't shoot at a general.
U normalnim okolnostima ne pucamo.
Pa ni ja nisam pucao u normalnim okolnostima.
I was also not shooting in normal.
Koje ste vi godište?
What age are you?
What?
What age are you? When you were born?
48, I'm 45 years old.
45 godina. 45.
Mlađi ste od mene 6 godina. Je li vam ovo prvi rat koji
6
gledate?
years younger than me. Is this the first war that you witnessed
No.
personally?
Jeste u nekom učestvovali?
Did you take part in any?
No. I've been in Lebanon in
Bio sam u Libanu,
1979
1979,
as company commander.
kao komandir 4.
I've been in Zagreb in 91 during the war in Croatia. Croatia.
U Zagrebu
Koji je Slovenija?
1991. u toku rata u Sloveniji i Hrvatskoj.
Došli ste do Kleba u Srebrenicu.
So you really came there.
Meni je ovo prvi rat u mojoj
Srebrenica.
karijeri.
This is my first war in my career.
I ovo je moja zemlja.
This is my country,
I understand.
A vaša nije.
but it's not yours.
No.
I vaš transporter nema razloga da puca prema meni.
And there's no reason for your APC to shoot in my direction,
Yeah, again,
On puca na mojoj zemlji i u mene.
because he's shooting in my
Ja
land,
ne pucam u
shooting at
Holandiji.
me, and I'm not shooting in Holland.
Šta ćemo dalje?
What are we going to do further on?
I've been asked by General Nikolai,
Traži od mene general Nikolaj,
not knowing that I should met you here in Gothenburg,
sorry, knowing that...
not knowing
Znajući da
that
ću vas resti u Bratuncu,
otherwise I should maybe have prepared for me to me for the talk on this. I've been asked by General Nikolai
Tražio me akademik Nikolaj. Inače bi se ja bolje spremio za ovaj sastanak.
To ask release for the civilian population.
Da zatražim od vas oslobođenje civilne populacije.
Also for the battalion,
Također za bataljon,
because we have had, what I explained before, during 4 months, nothing at all.
jer u toku 4 mjeseca, kao što sam rekao, nismo dobili ništa, uopšte ništa.
On my opinion, the soldiers,
I po mom mišljenju,
at least my soldiers,
moji vojnici
like to go.
bi voljeli da idu kući.
But I've been asked by General Nikolai if I
Ali general
should...
Nikolaj je tražio mene,
What?
ja ću
Yeah, okay. Asked by General Nikolai to say that if I will leave here, I prefer to leave after negotiations, after clearance, let's say, from Pala with the population, those people who like to leave the enclave.
traži od mene da odem nakon dobijanja dozvole i za civilno stanovništvo, da ih nastavim za sebe, odnosno za odu zajednicu.
That's why they have asked for.
Zato su tražili,
I don't know if I may expect an answer,
ne znam da li mogu očekivati odgovor,
because I'm realizing that those questions should be asked in Pala
jer ja uviđam da bi ta pitanja trebalo na Palom da se postoje,
or in Sarajevo.
ili u Sarajevu.
I've never been there, so I don't know how that works over there.
Ne znam kako taj posao se tamo odvija.
I'm what I used to say, a piano player.
I'm sorry.
I'm what I always used to say, I'm a piano player.
Kao što imam uvijek običaj da kažem ja sam svirač klavira,
Don't shoot the piano player.
nemojte da pucate u pijanista.
Slab ste vi pijanista.
Ima puno pijanista.
So that's what I have been asked by General Nikolai. I'm also
To je od mene traži general Nikolaj.
he has been ordered by General Janvier
Naređeno od strane generala Janvija,
in Sarajevo,
samo,
and also by the national authorities
i također od vlasti.
to stop on behalf of the population what have been done, let's say, the last 6 days.
Da ispred stanovništva i ime stanovništva ne ustavimo ono što se dešavalo recimo zadnjih 6 dana.
Everybody likes to have a status quo situation and then leave the enclave.
Mi bismo željeli da se za sada održi status quo situacije i zatim da se Pala napusti.
And that's on behalf of the population.
To je ono ime civilnog stanovništva.
I've asked, as the last thing, I've asked for a, let's say, a safe area around my compound in Portugal
You ask for him.
through OP Papa to
Tražio sam već od Bilkom Kotaka da dođu
through Volvo
bezbedne zone programa.
as being the compound as a safe area because I'm now there with let's say 300 soldiers and more than 10,000 persons.
Ja sam sada u logoru sa recimo 300 vojnika i 10.000.
We like to do as much as possible for the population.
I želim bismo da uradimo što se više brzo za civilno stanovništvo.
Vi jeste virženjeni, imate ženi,
That's
djeci.
the only thing I
Are
can
you
do.
married then? Do you have wife and children?
I have 2 children.
Imam dvoje djece.
Koliko niste drugi?
For how long you haven't seen them?
For half a year.
Pola godina.
A želite da ih vidite?
And you would like to?
Which one?
You would like to see them?
Oh, yes, of course.
Naravno.
Isto smo želili, oni moji vojnici što ste pobili danas.
The same thing wanted my soldiers that were killed by you today in Srebrenica.
I can imagine.
Razumiju.
Same applies for, but I think that General Mladic has heard that.
Mislim da je,
Sivanvit, I'm sorry.
mislim da je general Živanović već čuo to,
That I lost one soldier last Saturday as well.
da sam ja isto tako izgubio jednog vojnika prošle subote.
He's now in the Netherlands.
On je sada u Holandiji.
And I lost one soldier 2 months ago too,
I jednog vojnika sam izgubio pre 2 mjeseca također,
on his birthday.
na njegov rođendan.
As being a blue soldier,
Mhm.
if I may say so, in peace.
I budući plavi vojnik, vojnik mira,
I had to talk with those parents, at least the first time that's not too good.
Ja sam morao da razgovaram sa roditeljima tih vojnika, barem prvi razgovor da obavim i to dobro za mene.
Sent a lot of soldiers home during the last 6 months as well because they had mine incidents, shooting incidents.
Također sam dosta vojnika morao poslati kući u toku 6 mjeseci zbog različitih incidenata sa pustinjom ili sa minama.
So I'm for the sake of my soldiers as well.
Također, dakle, ja bih na svoje vojnike.
I have a question.
Ima pitanje?
Done.
Yes.
What can I say to General Nikolai
Šta mogu reći o General Nikolaj?
after we have met here tonight?
Što sam vas sreo večeras ovdje?
Gospodine potpomče,
Mr. Lieutenant Colonel,
malo vi imate fajde od razgovora sa generalom Nikolajom.
you don't have too much good of a conversation with General Nikolai.
On ne može pomoći ni vama,
He cannot help
Nego se
neither
vas
you
stanovništvo.
nor Muslim population.
ali ako već insistirate da mu kažete, prenesemo sljedeći.
But if you do insist anyway to tell him, pass on to him, please.
Snage UNPROFOR-a i pored dejstva avijacije NATO pakta i dejstva vaših snaga po mojim NATO snagama i dalje nisu cilj moga dejstva.
UNPROFOR troops, no matter of their strikes, no matter of your soldiers shooting at my soldiers, are not the goal of mine.
Svaki od vaših oficira i vojnika kao i vi imate samo po jedan život.
Every one of you and your soldiers have only one life.
I ne vjerujem da želite da ga ostavite ovdje.
And I do not believe that you would like to leave it here.
Zato tražim apsolutnu saradnju.
That's why I asked for absolute cooperation.
Nije cilj dejstva ni civilno muslimansko stanovništvo.
The goal of my action is also not the Muslim civil population.
Želim da vam pomognem,
I want to help you,
mada to ne zaslužujete.
even though you do not deserve it,
Ni kao čovjek, ni kao oficir.
not as a human nor as an officer,
Ali to ću učiniti radi one dece UNPROFOR-a,
but I will do this because of those children of UNPROFOR,
jer ne želim da i njihove majke dočekuju mrtvački samci.
because I wouldn't like their mothers to welcome them in coffins.
Želim da pomognem i tom muslimanskom civilnom stanovništvu koje nije krivo za ovo što se desilo.
I also want to help to that Muslim civilian population, which is also not to be blamed for what happened.
I zato bi ja želio vas da pitam sljedeće.
That's why I would like to ask you the next thing.
Jeste li u stanju ovdje da dovedete i kad ste u stanju da dovedete predstavnike civilnog stanovništva?
Are you able and when will you be able to bring here the representatives of civilian population?
Ja bi se s njima dogovorio.
I would have an arrangement with them.
Odavde možete
From here you can
izaći svi,
go out, all of you,
ostati svi
or stay, all of you,
ili umreti svi.
or die, all of you.
Ja ne želim da umrete.
And I wouldn't like you to die.
Ako muslimanska vojska
If Muslim army
u Srebrenici želi da
U
razgovara,
Srebrenica
možete
wants-
povesti nekoga od njihovih predstavnika.
wants to talk, you may bring someone of their representatives to President.
Ako je moguće da dođe i gospodin Zulfa Tursunović,
If it's possible that
ili onaj ko je po
Zulfa
vašoj ocjeni,
Tursunović comes,
on je glavni autoritet. Znam da Nasser Orić nije tu.
by your estimation, that one that is the main authority there, and I know that Nasser Orić is not there.
Preporučujem sastanku koga očekujem,
At that meeting, which
možemo
I'm
se dogovoriti
expecting, we can agree
da se zaustavi ovo sve
that all this stops
i da se na miran način razreši problem civilnog stanovništva,
and that
vaših vojnika.
problem of
I
civilian
muslimanske
population,
vojske.
Muslim army and your soldiers is resolved in a peaceful way.
Imate moje garancije
You have my guarantees
za organizaciju takvog sastanka
Organizing
i za
such a
garanciju
meeting.
ljudi koji su nas ovdje.
and the guarantees for the people that you will bring here, for the men.
Jeste li u stanju to naći da
Are
učinite?
you able to do it tonight?
If I may say so, I don't know really,
Ako mogu tako da kažem, zaista ne znam.
because if I like to do that
Ja bih volio da to uradim.
I don't know where those people are. I have to find out.
Ne znam gdje se ti ljudi nalaze, moram to tek ustanoviti.
I don't know where the civil authorities are.
Ne znam gdje su civilne vlasti.
Don't know where the military authorities are.
Ne znam gdje su vojne vlasti.
I can ask through the interpreters if it's possible to arrange a meeting tonight.
Mogu da pošaljem poruku putem prevodilaca gore. Da li moguće da se sastanak čas.
I'm willing to do that,
Želim to da radim, voljen sam da to uradim.
but I cannot promise that right now.
Ali sada u ovom trenutku to ne mogu obećati.
Ok, može li da dođu predstavnici civilne populacije?
Could you at least bring civil population or something?
Da čujem njih što mi žele.
So that I can hear them, what they would like.
Okay, I'll ask if the general understands, then I have to look for within the crowd of all the persons there, and they're all women and children, if there is a representative person who will do the talks.
Ako general shvata da će morati u logoru između mjestima, da jedne žene djece i potraži
Of course, better is the civil authorities or the military
Ili bi
authorities.
bilo iz civilnih vlasti ili vojnih vlasti.
Koga god vi dovedete,
Whoever you bring here,
I will do my
ja želim da pomognem civilnom stanovništvu i vašim stanovima.
to your troops and to civilian population.
Zato predlažem da vi odete nazad
That's why I suggest
I da se
propose that you go
pobrinete
back and to see, to
do
look for,
23 sata mi javite
to take care, to let me know by 23
da li može
hours
neko da dođe na sastanak.
whether it's possible that somebody comes here for me.
A za sutra se pobrinite da organizujete i njihove predstavnike vlasti.
And
Da
for
ih primimo
tomorrow, make sure to bring also the authority representative.
i da bez daljeg prolevanja krvi i žrtava rešimo ovaj konflikt.
So without any further bloodshed, without any further casualties, resolve this conflict.
I have a question, if I may say. Last
Imao
question.
sam jedno posljednje pitanje.
Can I take the representative of the MSF with me?
Mogu je dovesti predstavnika Ljekara bez granica.
Možete predstavniti međunarodne organizacije svi i oni nisu cilj moga dejstva.
All international organizations or representatives, they are not the goal of my action.
Okay.
Imate li ranjenika?
Do you have wounded soldiers?
What?
Do you have wounded soldiers?
A couple of them.
Why?
They're all small.
Možete dovesti sa sobom i ranjenike.
You may bring them with you.
Zbrinut ćemo ranjenike i vaše.
We'll take care of them.
Imaju li muslimani ranjenika? Ne znam.
Do Muslims have casualties that we're not taking care of?
Well, they are all taken care of.
Assistance need?
There are no medicines.
Only take care?
Some of the Muslim people are dying.
Neki muslimanski ljudi.
We are doing our utmost to overcome that.
Mi ulažemo krajnje napore.
There are hardly.
Koliko ih ima?
How many of them?
I've at least when I left the compound,
Kad sam napustio logor,
we counted 82 wounded persons.
izbrali smo 82.
Spreman sam je
I'm ready to accept them here also in order not to die.
Thank you
Hvala vam
for the humanitarian side of it.
na humanitarnoj strani.
Thank you very much.
Hvala, vidimo se.
Thank you and see you.
Thank you very much for meeting you.
Hvala vam puno na sastanku.
I will let you know through through your hall
Preko punkta.
if we can have before 11 o'clock tonight.
Prije 11 sati.
If we can find a
Da
suitable
li smo u mogućnosti da nađemo odgovarajući
representative of the population,
vlasti.
and then I'll bring him with me to
I
the
onda ću ga
meeting.
dovesti sa sobom na sastanak.
Ok. Prihvat ćemo civilno stanovništvo.
We shall accept here
Predstavnike međunarodne organizacija i vaše vojske.
civilian population, your army, and
Vašu vojsku.
international organization.
I to sa sredstvima, ali ćemo o tome se dogovoriti na sastanku i napravit ćemo plan.
And your soldiers with their means, with their equipment, but we'll arrange that later and we'll make a plan.
Yeah, I have a last personal question, if I may
Posljedno
ask.
lično pitanje.
Can I have a small talk with the soldiers?
Mogu li mali razgovor sa vojnicima?
Ovim ovdje,
This here?
vašim, ne?
Da.
I s tu njegov milici.
Are they here?
So,
U sobom, možda da ih dovedem.
Pa da dođu.
They will bring them from their rooms.
Daj po jedno pivo. Ne, nemoj ništa da pitaš. Daj po jedno pivo da popiju. Pils?
One beer and one beer.
Može?
No?
No? Zašto?
Why not?
Lunch?
If it's not a rule, I like to have a beer with you.
Volim se popijem pivo, ne bih htio da bude različnik.
I appreciate that very much.
Veoma to cijenim.
But me as being one of the soldiers, my soldiers don't drink beer, so in my opinion I shouldn't drink beer as well.
Moji vojnici gore nisu mogućnosti da pivo pijemo i ovo ništa ne bih njavljeno.
On je oficir, popit će.
You are an
Popit ćemo
officer.
pivo.
You have beer.
Pripremi im sendviče, da im se pripremi za vojnike i za njih po sendvič,
You know,
pošto se žure.
sandwiches for you because you are in
Da ne umrete od gladi.
not to starve. So that you don't starve.
Okay, thank you very much.
I nemoj sutra da ti leti avijacija.
And if you have any good night.
Samo ima vino i kisel.
Vino po špricer, ajde. Okej. Špricer i kisel. Nema piva ni ovdje, blokada.
No beer here.
Po jedan špricer.
Because of blockade.
Please.
One spritzer, that's mixture of light wine and
U 23 očekujem da dođete ovdje sa delegacijom
I'll expect you here at 2300 hours with the delegation.
i onda ćemo i večerati i dogovoriti se.
And then we'll have dinner and have an arrangement agreement.
Možete da autobuse naručite preko Nikolaja.
Can you order buses through Nikolai?
Buses.
Autobus.
If that should be the case,
Ako bi to bio slučaj,
then I think we can arrange that.
mislim da bismo mogli to tako.
Dobro, vidjet ću šta mu se mani kaže, želite.
I'll see what this is.
Ovdje je samo službeni srpski, engleski.
The objection, because it was in Russian, is English here.
Da je ovdje malo se šuški koji se...
Prevodila sedmo,
Ja sam ovdje da.
prevodila sedmo, sve se ne vidi. Tako.
Nije vidio.
Žive, dođe vas.
Došao sam, našao sam i dvoje sam našao.
We haven't seen. We haven't seen, let's say, beer and drinks and those kind of things since a long time.
Pića, pivo, te stvari smo mogli voda.
I say that the soldiers got used to that.
Vidite, se vi bacio jedno u 10 dana da ide.
They are drinking beer.
You will get yourself used to it once in 10 days
Da možete malo u liniju dotirati.
to make
Malo stavim, čekaj, ne otvaraj, ne otvaraj više. Stavim 3 flaše kisele vode i 3 litre vina. Spakuj mi brzo im, spakuj sendviče, koliko je njih, toliko sendviča. Ajde, stigla vojska, stigli su vam vojnici, možete porazgovarati sa njima.
Your soldiers are here, you can head to them.
Očekujem vas u 23 ovdje.
I expect you at 23.
Doviđenja. Do svidanje. Do svidanje. Doviđenja. Doviđenja.